Language is one of the most powerful tools humans have. It lets us share ideas, express feelings, ask questions, tell stories, and even think. But what is language, really? And how does psychology help us understand it? Language is more than just talking. It's a system of symbols, spoken, written, or signed, that lets us communicate meaning. Psychologists study language through a field called psycholinguistics, which explores how language is produced, understood, and learned. Let's start with the building blocks of language. At the smallest level, we have phonemes, the basic sounds of speech. For example, the word chat has 3 phonemes, per chain, A, and T. Next are morphemes, the smallest units of meaning. The word cats has 2 morphemes, cat, the animal, and s, meaning more than one. Then there's syntax, the rules for how we arrange words into sentences, and semantics, the meanings behind those words. All of these pieces come together to create grammar, the system that helps language make sense. But how do we learn language? One major theory is Noam Chomsky's idea of a universal grammar, the belief that humans are born with an innate ability to learn language. He argued that we have a language acquisition device, or LAD, in our brains that helps us pick up language naturally, especially during childhood. This helps explain why kids can learn complex grammar without formal teaching. In contrast, B.F. Skinner, a behaviorist, believed that language is learned through operant conditioning, where children learn to speak by imitating others and being rewarded for correct use of words. Modern psychologists often view language learning as a mix of both, innate ability plus experience. A famous study supporting Chomsky's view involved feral or isolated children who were not exposed to language during key developmental years. One case, known as Genie, showed that missing this critical period early in life made it extremely difficult, or even impossible, to fully learn language later on. Now, let's talk about how we understand language. When we hear or read something, our brain processes it incredibly fast. In fact, studies using brain imaging show that areas like Broca's area and Wernicke's area in the left hemisphere are critical. Broca's area helps us produce speech. Wernicke's area helps us understand it. Damage to these areas can lead to different types of aphasia, where people struggle to speak or understand language, even though their intelligence may be unaffected. But language isn't just about the words themselves, it's also about context, tone, body language, and culture. For example, sarcasm relies on saying the opposite of what you mean, something that only makes sense if you understand the speaker's tone and intent. Language also shapes how we think. This idea is called the linguistic relativity hypothesis, or Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. It suggests that the language you speak can influence how you perceive the world. For example, some indigenous languages have many words for snow, while others have none. Some languages don't use left and right, instead, they use cardinal directions like north or south. This can shape how people navigate and remember space. Although modern research shows that language doesn't fully control thought, it does have an effect. So why is language so important? Because it connects us. Through language, we can build relationships, teach, persuade, entertain, and share our inner world. And as we use it, we're not just speaking, we're shaping our reality. In the next video series, we'll go beyond individual processes and start exploring developmental psychology, beginning with how we grow and change from infancy through adulthood.